By the end of this video, you'll know the 10 most valuable lessons I've learned after spending over 10,000 hours on a pickleball court. These are the tips I wish someone had told me earlier, the ones that will help you level up faster. Stop making avoidable mistakes and play with the kind of control and confidence that wins matches. Whether you're just starting out or pushing toward the next rating level, these are the little habits that separate the good players from the great ones. So grab your paddle and let's dive in. Let's start with one of the simplest yet most effective strategies in pickleball, hitting your third shot drop toward the center of the court. It might sound basic, but most players don't realize how much trouble they cause for themselves by dropping out wide. When you aim your drop toward the sidelines, you're basically handing your opponents extra angles to attack. They can go sharp cross court, pull you off the court, or hit down the line. Suddenly you're guessing, scrambling, and leaving big gaps open. But when you drop toward the middle, you take those angles away. Your opponent's options shrink. They're forced to hit back through the center, which keeps you and your partner in balanced positions and limits what they can do with the ball. It's a simple shift in placement that makes your defense tighter and your transition smoother. When in doubt, go middle. It's the safest, smartest target you can choose. Now let's talk about the fourth ball, the shot you hit when your opponent executes a third shot drop. This is where a lot of points are won or lost, because how you handle that incoming drop determines whether your opponents get to the kitchen or stay trapped in the backcourt. The first thing to remember is to keep your paddle out in front and ask yourself one question: can I take this ball out of the air? If the answer is yes, do it. Volleying the ball out of the air keeps your opponent under pressure and forces them to hit another tough shot from deep. But if the ball is too low or dropping too fast, don't panic. Just take a small step back, turn your body sideways, and hit a firm, controlled ground stroke that pushes them back. The key is not to give up your position at the kitchen line too easily. Make them earn their way in. If you can take the ball out of the air, great. If not, step back, hit strong, and make them hit one more good drop. Stay aggressive and make them fight for every inch. One of the most common mistakes players make at the kitchen line is getting chicken winged. That awkward, cramped feeling when someone speeds up the ball at your body and you can't get your paddle in time. There's one simple fix for this. Wherever you hit the ball, make sure your paddle tip is pointing directly toward your target when you finish the shot. So if you just hit a ball to your opponent's right side, your paddle tip should be facing them, not turned sideways or stuck behind you. That way, if they attack, you're instantly ready to react out in front with either a forehand or backhand block. If your paddle tip is off to the side, or you're hanging out in a backhand-only position, you'll never have time to defend. That's when the dreaded chicken wing happens. Keeping your paddle neutral and in front of your body at all times is the secret to fast reactions and strong defense at the net. Your paddle position shouldn't look the same at every part of the court. When you're at the kitchen line, your paddle should be up high, ready to react to quick volleys and speed-ups. But as you move back toward mid-court or the baseline, you need to lower your paddle position. The reason is simple. The further back you are, the more likely it is that the ball is going to bounce. If your paddle is held too high in mid-court, you'll end up hitting balls that were going out or popping them up. Lowering your paddle as you move back gives you more control, better angles, and a smoother reaction to the bounce. Let's have some fun with this next one, deception. Sometimes you'll get what we call a dead dink, meaning the ball comes over slow and soft with no spin or pace. This is your chance to mess with your opponent's timing. Instead of just pushing the ball back quickly, exaggerate a big backswing. Make it look like you're about to rip a hard shot. Then, at the last second, just dink it softly back. The big motion throws off your opponent's rhythm. They brace for a drive that never comes. Next time, when you do decide to hit hard off that same motion, they won't be ready for it. That's how you keep people guessing. The goal isn't to be flashy, it's to be unpredictable. If you want to add topspin to your shots, here's what most players get wrong. They try to roll over the ball with their whole arm or wrist. That's not how topspin works. It's not a big sweeping motion. It's a small, controlled flick, almost like a sideways wave. Imagine you're waving hello, but instead of moving your hand up and down, you move it side to side. That's the motion that creates spin. A gentle brushing action using your wrist, not your whole arm. You don't need to muscle it, just feel the paddle brush the back of the ball. This creates that dipping effect that keeps your drives in play and makes your opponent's life harder. Once you master that simple wrist motion, you'll notice your shot staying low, curving down, and landing deeper with more consistency. When it comes to drives, most players make the mistake of swinging as hard as they can, but here's the truth. Your drive doesn't need to be 100% power. In fact, it shouldn't be. The goal of a good drive isn't to crush the ball, it's to make it dip over the net. If you focus on getting that dipping motion, your opponent will be forced to hit up on the ball, giving you an easier next shot. When you swing too hard, not only do you lose control, but you give your opponent your own pace to work with. A 70% drive with great shape beats a 100% flat bullet every time. Think of it as controlled aggression, enough pace to apply pressure, but not so much that you lose precision or consistency. The best players drive with intent, not with ego. Your split step, that little hop to get balanced and ready, is one of the most overlooked parts of movement in pickleball. The mistake most people make is split stepping too late, right as their opponent hits the ball. By then, the ball's already on its way, and you're reacting instead of preparing. The right time to split step is when your ball crosses the plane of the net. That means, as soon as your shot is about to reach your opponent, you land your split step and get still. This puts you in a ready position before they make contact, giving you a huge advantage. When you time it right, you'll feel calm, balanced, and totally in control of your reaction. You'll read their shot faster, move smoother, and make fewer rushed mistakes. Here's something that separates good doubles players from great ones: teamwork. If your partner hits a weak return and you know the opponents are going to drive the next ball hard, step in to protect them. Cover the middle for one shot, absorb the drive, and then slide back to your side. You're not abandoning your zone. You're helping your team survive a tough exchange. It's much easier for the stronger positioned player to handle that ball than for your partner to try to dig it out from midcourt. This kind of awareness makes your partnership look seamless and keeps you both in the rally. Pickleball doubles is about communication and anticipation. When one of you is in trouble, the other steps up. Then you reset and get back to even. Finally, here's a statistic that will completely change how you think about rallies. At around the 4.0 level, about 70% of points end within the first 5 shots. That means serve, return, third shot, fourth shot, and fifth shot, and it's over. So what does that tell us? It means you shouldn't be trying to win the point in those first few shots. You should be trying to survive them. Stay consistent. Get the ball in. Don't go for flashy winners or tricky spins right away. Most players will beat themselves early in the rally if you just stay steady. Once the point extends beyond those first few shots, that's when your consistency and patience start paying off. Your opponent starts pressing, and that's when you take over. The mindset shift from, I need to win fast, to, I need to outlast early, is a game changer for improving consistency and composure. After 10,000 hours of playing, teaching, and competing, I can tell you that pickleball mastery isn't about fancy shots or power. It's about awareness, knowing when to drop, when to drive, when to step in, and when to stay patient. Each of these 10 lessons will make a huge difference if you start applying them consistently. Focus on the fundamentals: placement over pace, footwork over flash, teamwork over ego, and patience over panic. So next time you hit the court, keep these ideas in mind. Play smarter, stay calm, and don't forget, every rally is an opportunity to build your confidence. You don't have to win fast, you just have to play right.